Good evening. How's everybody doing? You know, I was sitting there with the music, and it was incredible. And just this whole evening is a wonderful evening. And I just want to take a moment to thank you, Mr. President, for that introduction. I greatly appreciate it. And as I heard him talk about Fannie Jackson Coppin, you cannot help but be moved by who she was. She was the second African-American woman in our nation to earn a college degree from Oberlin College. She became the first African-American principal in the United States of America, the first African-American superintendent in the United States of America. Her academic shadow is long, and I'm proud that Coppin sits in it, and I serve that wonderful university today as president. She is amazing, and as I tell my students all the time, if she was able to accomplish what she did before the ink on the Emancipation Proclamation was dry, you have no excuse today. Let's give our performers another round of applause. They were incredible. I think the only thing they didn't do was pass the plate, Kevin, but it might be one sitting out by the door when we all leave. You know, let me say a couple. One is I want to apologize. They have me under this light, so if the head is shining and blinding somebody, that is not my fault. I was unable to get into makeup, all right? But this is a wonderful evening tonight, and we are here to celebrate some incredible people. And before I go any further, I always have to do some housekeeping. I know I have some Coppin folks in the house, all right? So I see some hands going up, and I hear some whoops coming up over here, and I see one down here. You can find an eagle anywhere. That's what we do. And let me also acknowledge my partner, because nothing we do in life, we do by ourselves. And I have not been able to lead Coppin without an incredible faculty, a dedicated staff, incredible students who have their hopes and dreams in us, and a wonderful partner, a beautiful partner, an incredible partner, and my wife and Coppin's First Lady, Twanette Jenkins. Next year, we celebrate 25 years. And I don't know. I keep aging. She keeps getting younger. I don't know what that's about. But let me also acknowledge and thank our distinguished guests, our incredible teachers who are with us, our dedicated staff, our administrators, and all the family and friends who have come out to celebrate our honorees tonight. And to all of our honorees, congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause. So tonight is about our honorees. So I promise that I will not be before you long. In fact, I will treat you like Elizabeth Taylor treated each of her husbands. I won't keep you long. So I want everybody to repeat after me. There is power in education. There is power in education. Say it again like you mean it. There is power in education. To our honorees, obviously your commitment, leadership, passion, and your impact has captured the respect and the admiration of your peers. And so I am honored to be here tonight to celebrate with you, and I encourage you to keep up the great work. And to all the educators in the room, thank you. Thank you for being among the greatest human beings our nation has ever created. The work that you do is profoundly important to our city, our state, and our nation. See, we need more educators like all of you in this room. And as was noted earlier, we need your voices. See, your voices, in my opinion, are necessary if we are going to change the trajectory of higher education in this state and nation. This important work, however, cannot be done in isolation. And that is why at Coppin State University, we are committed to being a solid partner. And one of the many things that we have done is that we have created programs and centers of excellence to focus on how we do better and become better at creating educators who will go into the classroom and make a difference. As noted, Coppin State University was founded in 1900 as an elementary teacher preparatory school. We had one room in Douglas High School basement. Coppin State University was and remains a leader in producing phenomenal teachers, those who have served our city, our state, and our region remarkably. And as I visit high schools and elementary schools, and even in Philadelphia where they named a high school after a junior high after Fannie Jackson Coppin, and I travel all over the nation, I always seem to run into a teacher who has come through Coppin, or someone who says, I was taught by someone who went to your university. And I am proud of that. Because when we talk about STEM, when we talk about the future, when we talk about all the great things our nation has to offer, you can't get to any of those things without K through 12 teachers. And that is the part we somehow seem to forget. So at Coppin, we are committing ourselves, and our commitment has never been stronger. That is why we have created our Center for Inclusive Excellence. And we are committed to building capacity and inclusiveness in education and in the workplace. We are working to create breakthroughs through traditional sectors of academic teaching and preparation. We are committed to solving community challenges and filling those gaps. The center's initiatives are designed with a multi-sector partner concept in mind. We are looking at pathways to increase educational access, enhance student success, improve professional efficiency, and to accelerate career advancement. You know, the goal for us in this center is to produce the next generation of great teachers. And we are clear that we are committed to making sure that we specifically target more male teachers to put them in front of the classroom. This work is challenging, but our resolve is unwavering. See, we are looking to prepare male teachers with the reality of the challenges and the rewards associated with teaching. Through the use of mentors, we are helping them to identify, develop, and implement strategies that will help them to cope and engage their students in transformative ways. The center is also focused on using stackable credentials as a career ladder for teacher advancement. The program is an incredible opportunity for practicing teachers to earn a post-bac or a master's degree. It's also there to help them retool and engage with educational leaders across our state, to be involved in discussions and conversations and new ideals about how we make higher education and K through 12 better. You know, I am pleased that our Center for Inclusive Excellence has been tapped as a national model. And institutions across our nation and states have contacted us to say, how can you come help us improve our school system? And we told them, that's great. We're willing to do that. But right now, our focus is on Baltimore, because we know that there's a lot of potential in our own backyard, and we are committed to doing our part. And so I believe it is extremely important for higher education and K through 12 to have a strong partnership. I believe that simply because we find ourselves in interesting times. K through 12 education is at a crossroads. Higher education is at a crossroads. Teaching and student learning is at a crossroads. See, the challenges that K through 12 face today will be ours tomorrow. And therefore, it is important that we are engaged, connected, and that we lean in. But despite all the talk that you hear at the national level, and this has been something that has been driving me crazy over the last few years. Despite what you see in the media and what folks are talking about on the national level, education, especially post-secondary education, is still the greatest catalyst for upward economic mobility in our nation. This is particularly true for Black and brown communities. So this is why I scratch my head when I hear people talk about education in a way that is disparaging. See, universities like Coppin, it's important for us to be involved in this. It's important because for many Black and brown young people, they may not see the hope and the opportunity that is out before them. And that is why I stress to them every time I get the opportunity that there would be no African American middle class in this country if not for HBCUs. See, oh, you can clap on that. See, because HBCUs produce over 40% of all Black engineers in this country, over 40% of all Black lawyers in this country, over 40% of Congress members have gone to an HBCU. Over 70% of Black doctors, 80% Black judges, over 40% healthcare professionals, and here's the part I like, over 50% of Black teachers in this country have graduated from HBCUs. See, in our country today, if you come from a household where you earn $30,000 or less, you have a 1 in 10 chance of earning a college education. Now, I know families in Baltimore that earn less than $30,000 a year. So what does that say to those young people? That they shouldn't have hope? That they shouldn't have aspirations for a better tomorrow, a brighter future? At Coppin State, we don't believe that. See, this is why we see scholars in all students, regardless of their zip code, their household income, or where they come from. We believe that access and opportunity is something that should be granted to anyone who is wanting to change their life through a quality education. And as Maryland's most affordable four-year college and university, I had to throw that in there. As Maryland's most affordable four-year college or university, our commitment to access and opportunity is unmatched. See, what began in that one classroom in Douglas High School today is a leader in higher education. And this is why students come from 40 different states, the District of Columbia, and 32 countries to study in our nationally recognized academic programs in business, healthcare, teacher education, psychology, social work, criminal justice, and STEM. But see, for us, we're not focused on quantity. We're focused on quality. See, we're focused on generational change. I want you to understand that we understand the assignment. That is why we know there is power in education. See, I believe strongly in the power of teachers, their influence, and their example. And as I look around this room, I see many who have had a profound impact on their students, but I also see more who teachers have had a profound impact on them. I am talking about incredible teachers, staff members, and principals who have leaned in, who have been all in, and making sure that every day they bring their best. I also see dedicated professionals who have unwavering commitment to transforming lives. See, each and every one of us in this room, we have the opportunity to make a difference, to make an impact. So I'm asking us, even when it gets difficult, keep speaking life into your students. Keep fostering hope. Keep raising the expectations, and keep demanding accountability. I know it can be hard, and it can be heavy work, but I promise you, it makes a difference. See, I'm telling you this because it made a difference in my life. See, today, I come here because I am an example of incredible teachers. I remember when I was in middle school. Now, this was right around the time when Eddie Murphy was at his hottest. And 48 Hours and Trading Places and Beverly Hills Cop had just come out. And I thought I was Eddie Murphy. So that meant I went to school to recite the lines of the movie and work on my stand-up. And every day, I would come to Miss Carroll's class, and before class started, I would do my routine. And even after she started class, I would sit in the back, and I would continue to do my routine. And then one day, Miss Carroll pulled me aside. After class, she called me over to her desk, and this is what she said to me. She said, "I know you don't act like this at home." And in that moment, my back snapped, and she caught my attention. She got my attention real quick. She then went on to tell me that I was better than my disruptive, immature behavior was showing. She told me that I had more to offer myself, her, and society. She told me, "I see how the students respond to you. I see how they react to you." Then she told me, "But what they don't see is what I see, and that's what's special in you." She told me that I was smart and I had unbound potential. She challenged me. In fact, if I could use a line from one of my favorite hip-hop groups, she told me to check myself before I wreck myself. But what if she didn't care? What if she was content with letting me be the class clown? See, sending me to the office, that would have been easy. She could have done that. Calling my mother, that would have been easy. Although if you know my mother, not on me, but it would have been easy. She was expecting something different from me. She wanted me to do better, be better, and want better. She demanded that for me. See, she was willing to care when I was too immature to care for myself. She told me, she said, "Listen, based on your race, based on your gender, based on your zip code, and your household income, society had already written a script for you." She challenged me not to be the lead actor in the script that society had written, but to write my own. And because of that incredible teacher, because of Miss Carroll, the young man who grew up on the southeast side of Washington, D.C., raised by a single mother, one of 4 children, 4th Street in Chesapeake. The young man who grew up on the south side of Washington, D.C., raised by a single mother, one of 4 children, a beautiful sister, and 2 knucklehead brothers. Because Miss Carroll was willing to challenge me, I would go on to graduate from Washington, D.C. public high schools. I went on to earn a bachelor's, a master's, a PhD, serve my country, travel the world speaking, and serve as a 2-time university president. Do not tell me education is not powerful. Don't tell me a great teacher can't make a difference. She cared, and because she cared, my life was changed. So I'm asking you to continue to speak life into your students. Continue to foster that hope. Continue to raise those expectations. And I know when the days are long and the challenges are heavy and the students have gotten on your last nerve, hang in there. Hang in there. You'll reach one, and you never know who they will reach. And sometimes you will create a ripple of generational change that you may never have the privy of understanding. You will impact lives that you will never have the privilege of meeting. And every now and again, when the stars align with the moon and the sun, a student will circle back and they'll say thank you. And in that moment, and in that thank you, everything that drove you crazy will melt away. It will renew your spirit. It will put a pep in your step. It will encourage you to keep fighting. So I want you to also appreciate that nothing we do in life will be more profound than our example. I have long believed that if you put students in the right environment with the right teachers, they will succeed. As president of Coppin State University, that has been my mission since 2020 when I first arrived. And so I want you to remember this phrase, in loco parentis. That is Latin for in place of the parent. As teachers, principals, staff members, coaches, members, we sometimes have to step into this role. And with that understanding and accepting that assignment, tonight I leave you with this. Know that there is no student you cannot reach. Never doubt your impact. Know that tomorrow will always bring another opportunity. Throughout the school year, laugh more than you cry. Never doubt your purpose. Cherish the lives that you are impacting, and never forget that there is power in education. Congratulations to all of our teachers. Thank you, and continue to have a wonderful year. Thank you.